Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with his Wednesday guest, Miss Anna Kelly. Hi, Anna.
Hi.
So I have a very simple question. This might be a pretty short video for us, but so we're at an interesting time in the economy. I've just got to ask, recession or stagflation? Can we have one without the other? Do we have one only? What are your thoughts on stagflation or recession?
Love and marriage. Marriage goes together like a horse and carriage.
Oh, it's funny.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Can't have one without the other.
Right.
Okay, I don't want any hate comments over that, right? It's not my real singing voice, but yes, you can have one without the other.
For sure.
But I think we are most likely already in stagflation. And when the Fed raises rates quite a bit, I think we'll head into recession. It's a difficult answer because technically we don't know we're in a recession until 3 to 6 months later, right? Yeah. They go backwards and go, oh yeah, we hit a recession right there, right? Yeah. But essentially stagflation, it's this weird word that just means you have a stagnating economy and you have inflation at the same time. I think we have a stagnating economy, partially due to mass inflation, which we go back and listen to video number 1 for why we're here, right? But I would say we're already here in stagflation. And as the Fed raises rates, which they're going to have to do, I think that very likely, and I would say probably, will put us into a recession.
That's why I thought this might be a pretty short interview or top, because I think that's exactly right. I think we're in stagflation. And again, technically, economic definition here, right? 101, you can't have a recession and stagflation at the same time because one of the variables is different. Stagflation means you have small growth. Recession means you have negative growth.
Correct.
So you technically can't be in both, but yes, I think we have a
the other.
Correct. That's exactly right. I believe we're in a stagnating economy. I believe the Fed, and again, we'll know in about 5 hours, is going to try to pull this stair-step soft landing nonsense, which I think is impossible given the last 2 years and $6 trillion. But we'll see. I think best case, I think we have 2 to 3 years of a stagnating. That's the best case, a slow slog of just yuckiness. And that's what my memory is of the 70s. It was just like, ugh, right? Because I'm just a little bit older than you are. Sorry. I remember pushing our car. Well, I remember being in the back seat and my dad pushing the car to get gas because he didn't want to turn on the car as we were in gas lines. So I think that's the best case. I think we do have a stagnating economy. I think the Fed has got to raise rates aggressively. I think they've got to, frankly, quote unquote, punish Wall Street. We've got to have a repricing of risk assets. We can't have companies that are zombies still breathing. We've got a lot of sins to pay for. Yes. And the result of that's going to be a recession. It's going to be a doubling of unemployment. It's not going to feel good, but it will be sharp. It will be quick. And then we can really build from a better foundation. So I think stagflation is going to lead to a recession. Again, I think best case, you have stagflation for 3 or 4 years, which is not great. But that's kind of where my head's at.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. One leads to the other, right? I think that recession is going to be worse than what most people think. And I hope that it's quick. I think that given all the things that have compounded that we've talked about in video number 1, I think it may be longer than the average. The average recession is 18 to 24 months. Ooh, So, I'm thinking 24 to 36 months maybe of a recession. And we just have to prepare for that. And, I'm a firm believer, we talked about in video number 1, right, is we prepare for the worst and we hope for the best. And we make decisions to kind of hedge for the worst while we continue to move forward positively and optimistically about the future of the United States economy. So I'm a positive optimist about the U.S. economy if we learn from the mistakes of the past, if we learn from a lot of the things that we talked about in video 1, really go back and listen to that, right? Then I think that we come out of it more quickly and we start producing again and we come back with a much, much stronger economy. So that's my hope for sure.
Yeah, the last thing, and we kind of closed on this in episode 1, this is the time to keep doing the work. All right, this is not a time to stop and put your head in the sand. This is the time to get ready. As you said, get liquid, get ready to buy. And like you, I think we could have an 18, 24, maybe 36-month recession. What's going to happen in that is there's going to be a lot of over leveraged people who had short-term, we called it bridge debt in the first one, that are going to get smoked.
Yes.
And I bought apartment buildings last cycle for nothing down. Sure, I had to escrow repairs or whatever it was, but 0 down apartment deals, they are possible in a recession. So again, I think there's a lot of opportunity coming if you are doing the work, looking for it, networking, following people like Anna and the like. So Anna, how can people follow you? I knew this one would be short.
Great. You can find me at reimom.com. You can find me on social media at Anna Kelly REIMom, and every Wednesday here and on my playlist at One Rental at a Time.
Thanks, Anna.
Thanks, Michael.